Every state of welfare, every feeling of satisfaction, is negative in its character. That is to say, it consists in freedom from pain, which is the positive element of existence. Arthur Schopenhauer was a German philosopher and proponent of philosophical pessimism. Schopenhauer argued that life itself was tantamount to slavery, and by accepting the torturous and miserable status of our own existence, we can learn to escape it. As for how Schopenhauer came to be such a pessimist, I do not know, but we could assume that it's because he was born in Poland, and he had a haircut. Schopenhauer's ideology was difficult for me to grasp. His philosophy towards pain and purpose were initially lost on me. That is, until I played Dead or Alive Extreme Venus Vacation. It brilliantly unpacks Schopenhauer's philosophy of pain far better than he was ever able to. And I'm certain that if he weren't a corpse, he would be playing Venus Vacation right now. See, Schopenhauer believed that pain was positive and happiness was negative. He explained that pain permeates throughout all life, and happiness only ever occurs through temporary relief from that pain. Happiness can only ever subtract from pain, but there must be pain for happiness to occur. Rock bottom teaches more than mountaintops ever will. It is only when I dropped over 50,000 V-stones on gacha rolls with not a single SSR to show for it that I realized the truth in these words. After spending nearly an hour later in the casino, losing the rest of my money on roulette, I found solace in Schopenhauer's words. Though my pain was great, it only provided me an opportunity to rise. It is only through the acknowledgement of our sorrowful existence that we can learn to live with it. Many turn to alcohol, drugs, or volleyball to alleviate the suffering of our prison sentence. We bide our time by eating, drinking, and distracting ourselves with social circles, but these are nothing more than that, a distraction. We endlessly search for ways to stave off that pain, that discomfort of hunger, of thirst, of loneliness, of brokenness. It is truly better, though, to be a healthy peasant than a sick king. Though my situation did not change, my mindset had, and with newfound acceptance of my turmoil, I engaged in unhealthy levels of volleyball, slowly amassing a hoard of V-stones to eventually have another go at the gacha. As my balance rose, so too did my joy, and when I went to roll that gacha in hopes for a sweet new outfit, I'd forgotten to heed the second half of Schopenhauer's mantra. There is no pain without happiness, yes, but there is also no happiness without pain. You see, pain is something that permeates all throughout Venus Vacation. It knows that the world is dark. And pain is a force far more powerful than pleasure. You need only to observe a melon smashing session to understand my meaning. Compare the joys of cracking open the melon to the pain of being smashed open with a stick. Which of these two feelings is the more powerful? It is through these exchanges that we're reminded never to forget that this world is a prison, and we, its convicts on a Venus vacation. I serve my sentence through my daily logins and my inability to pay my water bill, and their penance is served through playing 10 hours of volleyball a day while I pump them full of energy drinks, and erotic photo shoots, where I take photos that are scheduled to be automatically deleted should I ever die. I think it's important to reiterate that pleasure and satisfaction only come as a result of pain. Eating food, for example, is only pleasurable because of hunger we feel before it. Without those pains existing, hunger would satiate nothing, and we could never find fulfillment in it. This is why many celebrities who seemingly have it all are often very troubled people. Endless fulfillment and a lack of need will only lead to boredom and a lack of purpose. Venus Vacation knows this all too well. For what is the purpose of playing volleyball if you cannot lose? Why add a new girl to your island if there weren't more hot babes to be unlocked? Why gain money if Kana can't just gamble it all away at the blackjack table? While this may sound like a depressing realization, Schopenhauer's pessimistic outlook is what caused him to be such an advocate for compassion to one another. The German word for compassion, Mitleid, means to suffer with. When I look at Kana, I understand that she, just like myself, is a prisoner here on Zack Island. I don't blame her for losing 10 rounds of blackjack in a row, using my money, and getting me in trouble with loan sharks, because I know that she'll be playing volleyball for me until the end of time. Schopenhauer understood that we are all prisoners of fate, bound here together, awaiting our executions. For Kana, when they shut down the servers for good, and for me, an attack from Freddy Fazbear, who has been in my kitchen waiting for me to come downstairs for a glass of water. To summarize these points, it is on us as individuals to limit the pain that we feel. If you can accept the harsh reality of life, not only will you be conditioned not to be let down by its shortcomings, but you can find grace in the acceptance of your place in this universe. To be pessimistic is to be numb to the evil in the world and to the evil of others. Allow me to finish this video with a quote from Schopenhauer's most famous book, The World as Will and Representation. Unfortunately, my dog is an optimist and tore the book to shreds, so I'll read what still remains of the page. He says, quote, End quote. Though much of the quote has been lost, I feel I understand Schopenhauer enough to finish what he likely wrote. I believe the full quote is as follows, quote, "The impact and power of pain is both extreme and often sudden. There is no pleasure to be partaken that could ever outweigh the pain that is likely to follow it. There is one exception to this, however, and it should be understood that the joys of admiring hot 2D women will always triumph over any infliction that could be brought upon you by a 3D pig." End quote. Thank you for watching.